Hey folks, today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Down here in PCB, Panama City Beach, Florida. Out on Onewheel today at Frank Brown Park. Just got done flying drones. I fly FPV, as some of you may already know. Just out here kind of scoping out places to ride in general. I think we're coming up on Gayle's trail. And there was like a 2-mile stretch. So I'll go take a look. Yeah, I'm down here on vacation in Florida. And I am having a lot of fun so far. I've never been on this trail before. So lately I've been pretty much just hanging out in the ocean, in the pool. Very hot and humid already. And I imagine it'll get warmer as we edge into summer. There's your helicopter. It's a Robinson R44. That is Panhandle Helicopter doing their tours. So you'll be seeing those flying by the beach quite a bit, especially during the summer. So this pretty much goes up that way and then that way. My feet are not huge fans of standing on this thing, and I want to see what's going on at Pier Park, so I'm just out here exploring Frank Mountain Park, and I'm about to head to Pier Park, which is one of PCB's huge strip malls. It's been around for 15 years already, I think. So yeah, lately it's been great. Good food. Ripped a lot of waves on my boogie board, or bodyboard, in the ocean. The flags are double red when we first got here, but the following day, after we got here in the afternoon, it went to single red and started getting in the water. And we still have many more cool things planned. Alright, I think I may... I was thinking about riding around the park a little bit. This is a nice athletic complex. They got baseball fields, they got tennis, they got a pool with lifeguards, of course. I can feel some of that mist from there. I'm not sure those dogs are trying to play or come after me. I think I've only been here once, like several years ago. And I do not know this place really well by any means. Because I only came here once to fly to DJI several years ago. Because I first started out flying DJI drones. And now I got all these racing drones. You got quite a bit here for the kids. A lot of playgrounds, fields, and open areas. It's kind of neat, if you ask me. Oh, that was a big bump. Just kind of looking around to give you an idea. If you want a huge athletic complex, if you want a break from the beach while you're down here on a long vacation, you in a second. All right, here we are at Pier Park. So this area used to be the Miracle Strip amusement park when I was a kid. So they had a Ferris wheel about half the size of this one. They had the airplane carousel type ride. They also had a hot air balloon themed one. They had a slide. And I absolutely loved those rides. I loved seeing all the motors and the mechanisms in action. A lot of fun memories. This is the Sky Wheel. It's absolutely huge. It looks really cool at night for all the lights. And I rode that thing 1 or 2 times. And you can see a whole lot up there. It's pretty neat. We'll kind of go take a look around Pier Park. There's your Grand Theater, movie theater, IMAX. This, I think, is what they drop on New Year's. I think this was like in 2012, 2013, and they dropped a lot of beach balls all over the place here on New Year's Day. I'm gonna actually stop here and get my thumbnail picture real quick. All right, got my pictures. So this is Pier Park. One of the big, if not the biggest, strip mall in PCB. Camera's recording. It's been around for like 15 years, I think. It's definitely changed and grown a lot. See the Ferris wheel turning. kind of tricky with all the cars. There's my window. I'll kind of show you around up in here. I got Dillard's there and JCPenney. It's kind of surprising how all these little shops are still open these days. Many people ordering things online now, but people still come out and shop, especially when they're here on vacation. So this is kind of the bulk of this section. Just a lot of clothing stores and whatnot. Forever 21 closed a lot of their stores, if not all their stores, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, based on how it looks in there, they're gone. I think there was a Christmas tree right here one time. And you got your shoe place. So that area behind those trees there is where the Miracle Strip Amusement Park moved. And they also got a roller coaster that I absolutely loved. Rode it a handful of times.
This is the Riptide roller coaster at Pier Park, Miracle Strip in Panama City Beach, Florida. First we're gonna see it from here, and then we'll ride it with me filming. So y'all enjoy the first video, and then we will be on the roller coaster in the second part. Enjoy. Now, some roller coasters have magnets, but this one is using an electric motor, pulleys, and chain system. There might be more than one electric motor, because one may not be strong enough to lift up the roller coaster. Alright, after this part, it's all controlled by gravity. Here comes the big hill. This is the big hill. It's this one right here. And then this hill is even bigger than that hill. It's pretty loud when it goes.
Yeah, look at her face. That's cool.
I see.
Look at that.
Yeah. And then we have circles.
That's cool.
No. No. time we'll do it straight.
All right, put your hands up, but not out to the side. As you come around this last bend, brace for the sudden stop right here.
All right, keep going.
Keep it right there.
I'm going to hold it tight.
Hold on to it.
I'm using my hand.
Don't lose it.
I won't. I got it in my hand at all times.
He might lose it. Nah, he did it last. He filmed it this afternoon, so maybe he'll hold it on.
Bumper cars, in addition to all the other rides that they had. I think they closed almost 10 years ago. And now it's Swampy Jack's Wongo Adventure. Walked through there last night and kind of looks like a kids type place to begin with. They still have like bumper cars and the carousel and the swing tower. That's Top Golf up there, which is opening next week. But we'll be back home before they open, so that's a bummer. I ain't a huge fan of golf anyway. That's Walmart. And that dude is jamming. When I was in high school, I had two 12-inch subs. I still have them today. I just don't use them very much. You'll hear some of them thumping through here, actually. Especially through the main strip. So there you have Target. That's pretty much all there is through here from what I know. And then you got Marshall's and the other restaurants up there. I want to take you on the main strip. see what's up through there. We got golf carts and electric bikes in there. I think they do rentals, I'm not 100% sure. And it's supposed to be like a haunted attraction type place. Place gets pretty busy in October with Halloween. Alright, so that's that section. Now we'll go through the kind of the cool part.
I'm gonna get one.
So these Onewheels are definitely fun and they get a whole lot of attention, so if you want to get one, go for it. I mean, they're pricey, made in USA, and they're tough. And they're worth it. I've had this thing for about 3.5 years now. Still going strong. Tire maybe a bit rough, but I have spare bumpers for it, and I'll probably get a new tire for it really soon. So they have Dave & Buster's, which is it is the place to go for gaming and stuff. You also see this little train thing. I rode that thing quite a bit when I was little.
Not just yet.
Oh, your little robots there. The kids can kind of play around with. I would have had a ball when I was a kid. They got laser tag there. A lot of clothing and shoes. A lot to eat. And Birkenstocks and whatnot. There's the Great White Pizza. I like that place. Good pizza. I eat there every time I come down here. Now we're coming up on some things that are kind of interesting. So they have Dick's Last Resort. I went there with a buddy one time. Very funny. They would throw the straws all over your table. And they make a lot of jokes. And you also wear this bag, paper hat, all these silly messages. Very funny place and interesting. There you got the back porch in Margaritaville. If you go to Margaritaville, you'll see a cannon where they load it up with a tiny bit of powder and they fire it blank. Pretty cool. I ate at the back porch a handful of times. Pretty good. You got ice cream, Kilwins. This right here used to be Tootsie's Orchid Lounge. This is the former site of it. is now a Salty Shoes Birkenstock shop, where they share with this clothing store. So they relocated a couple years ago to the former Spinnaker building next to Club La Vila. And let me tell you, those were the places to partay, especially in the 80s and 90s. So this was like a bar and a nightclub where they play like a lot of rock and country music. So you would hear live music coming from here every night. But the owner decided to move to the former Spinnaker building because they wanted a beachfront property that had more square footage. Therefore, they could attract more customers. So that was all for good reasons. This used to be a German place. German restaurant. Can't remember. It was like HB. I can't remember what those words were. They got a little Ford's Garage here. I think that's another restaurant. So you got Ford's Garage, I Love Sugar, and Dam Buster's right there. That pizza joint, that spot used to be a candy maker, which was a candy shop. Quite a bit of sweets all over here. And then there's your Sky Wheel. And they also got a like a rope course. The helicopter you saw earlier was Panhandle Helicopter. They used to be right up in there. So they'd be flying over Pier Park, going out this way, and then that way. They relocated that way. They wanted a facility with more square footage. So that's why they moved, I think. I think that's all there is to Pier Park. I think I'm gonna cut it here. My next video will be on my bike for sure. I don't know if it will be here or back home, but when I get back, I'll do a video. And I'll be going over my trip. Oh, one thing I forgot to point out. Jon Surf Shop. This place has been around since the 80s. Very, very well known store here in PCB. And they got everything that has to do with surfing and skating pretty much. So they got skateboards, longboards, they got surfboards, bodyboards, apparel, summertime apparel, all that. This place gets a lot of business. And I am not getting in all that mess. So yeah, I'll cut it here. I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good one now.